It's time for another CD collection update. I've collected a few albums over the last month, about 10 I think. I can't really remember. So before I start, pop what CDs and vinyls you collected, and let's start. So I picked up Morbid Angel and the album Gateways to Annihilation. This is a great album, in my opinion. There are elements of slow-paced songs on this, like Summoning Redemption, Age of Still I Am, Secured Limitations, and God of the Forsaken. I got this for like $25, so I'm happy I bought it. I'm very fucking happy I bought it. Need to buy some more Morbid Angel albums, but I think this is my first one actually. So yeah, look at that fucking album cover. Isn't that brilliant? Next up is Hordes of the Black Cross and that album Dawn of War, Knights of Chaos. Now, this is a fantastic black metal album. Really enjoyed this one. It was a blind buy. It's fast, aggressive, and that album cover looks amazing. Look at that album cover. Oh, absolutely amazing. I've only brought this in a store hoping it was black metal, and it was. Acts of Fire is a great Fast and Furious song. Serpentine Murder as well. I'm pretty sure they are Aussie, so that's even better. Some enjoyable Australian black metal. So I had to buy Winter Sun Time 2. It's overproduced, but I pre-ordered it before it was released. This is still a banging album, and somehow it sounds better on CD than digital. Look, we know the issues that it's very overproduced with the drums sounding mechanical at times, but you can't deny this is a very good album from Winter Sun. The Way of Fire is such a grower. One with the Shadows is still my favorite song off the album. The Storm is a banger and heavy song, and Silver Leaves is like a sail way into the sunset sort of song. Great album, and there's so much content in the booklet. Look at that photo. Oh, all the lyrics and just great pictures. I finally completed my Shining collection. It's a special edition of Varg Utan Flock. Inside this collector's edition, there's a lanyard and a Shining badge. So there's the lanyard and a Shining badge, and also here's the actual album. I really enjoy this from start to finish. It's got Medoka Kokara, which is one of my favorite Shining songs. It's such a good album, and I'm glad I got it in my collection. There it is. Look at that. The Shining again, and this completes my collection. Everyone, Everything, Everywhere ends. This is another fantastic album from start to finish. An enjoyable album. I still think this is one of their weakest albums, but it's still fantastic. Shining don't make bad albums. It's a progressive piece with many great songs on it. So glad I got this one. It's my last one from the collection, and I got this. I stumbled upon the limited edition of Waltane's The Wild Hunt. Now, I know a lot of people don't enjoy this one, but I personally enjoy it. Love how different this album is from Waltane. From like the Waltane songs, you have interesting songs like They Rode On with cleaner vocals. Look how beautiful that is. The guitar work on this is fantastic, and the limited edition has a book inside. There's a book inside. So glad I got this. There's the booklet. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Plenty of photos. Plenty of meaning. So yeah, I got the Wild Hunt Waltane. Next up, I got the classic album Artillery and the album By Inheritance, released in the 90s. I love Artillery and I love their debut album. It's a thrashy good time. Every song on this is so much fun. Songs like Go Maniac, Beneath the Clay, R.I.P. RAP. Don't Believe is one of my favorite songs off the album. Razmanaz is so good, great solos and riffs, lots of heavy metal on this as well, but more thrash orientated. It's such a good album, so glad I got this. I love that album cover as well, and there's a little photo of him at the back. Fleshgod Apocalypse and their new album, Opera. I had to get this. It's still my favorite album of the year. It's a different sound by Fleshgod Apocalypse, but it works. Veronica really shines on this album. Great songs like I Can Never Die, Blood Clock, At War With My Soul. So many great songs on this. So glad I got this one. You'll be seeing it mentioned a lot this year. There's a lot of content in the booklet as well, which includes like photos and lyrics that were scrapped from the songs originally, which was a cool feature. So next up, I got some very dark, doomy funeral black metal. Got my hands on Elysium Blaze, Levitating the Carnal. This is some crushing black metal. It really is, with great harrowing vocals, elements of funeral doom and black metal. So many fantastic slow driving songs with the guitar tones sounding out of this world. Another Australian band, delivering incredible songs like Macabre Thy Blood, Beyond the Shape of Mortality. So most of the songs are above 10 minutes. So it is a slow and great time, but yeah, Elysium Blaze. Some Russian black metal for ya. Ulv Dalia and the album Flame Once Lost. This is some raw, riffy, melodic black metal, very atmospheric, and I really enjoy this one. I got this for like $4. Couldn't believe the price. This is fantastic black metal, very atmospheric, and the vocals are monstrous on this. Through the Great Eternity is a great song. Purity to Blood, another fantastic song. The Cold Whore, such an enjoyable album. Definitely give it a listen. Enslaved, Drazil. I bought this at JB Hi-Fi. Surprised they had this demo. I loved old Enslaved sound. Not a big fan of the newer sound, but yeah. This album is raw as anything, but there are some beautiful, beautiful melodies. Someone say this is way too raw, but I love it. Glad I got this one. One band I'm loving at the moment, it's none other than Diamond Head, and I brought their debut album Lightning to the Nations. This album is so good. They were ahead of their time, and not to mention signed copy of Diamond Head. Look at that, look at all the signatures. Great vocals, great heavy metal, and I love the sound. Amazing songs like Lightning to the Nations, that riff, Am I Evil, has to be one of the greatest metal riffs of all time. Dun, 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 dun. Sucking My Love is a great song with another infectious riff. Such an awesome album. I love the production as well. That old school style production for heavy metal. Great solos on this. So glad I got this one. And finally, I got my hands on Pesto Noir's debut album, Lesani des Sickles. This is their debut album, like I mentioned before, and while this album is incredible, so much is happening on this album with those outrageous fucking vocals from Famine. This is a great album from start to finish. Love the album cover as well. Just so many great songs on this. It's probably my favorite Pesto Noir album, to be honest. But yeah, so